speaking of terrible people,
Oh no. What a transition.
the FCC
Oh gosh.
decided to what was the vote like 2-1? How do you okay, stop. First of all, how do you not have more people voting on like nationwide like matters? Why is it only 3 people that get to vote on whether or not we should keep the net neutrality regulations? That is like first problem. Second, like leave it alone.
Mm-hmm. It's like, what has the internet done to you?
Like, it's not bothering anybody. Leave it alone. So they decided that they're gonna repeal that, which, you know, as they would call it, or as the news would call it, which it actually is. It's Obama era regulations, and they, you know, they hate anything that he's done, even if it's good. I feel like Obama could have like cured homelessness or like fixed the problem, and then it would be like, we have to repeal this. This is a Obama era manipulation. Like
Basically.
the homeless people were fine.
He could restore world peace.
It's
like,
so
nah,
terrible.
We're good on that.
No, I'm not a Democrat, nor am I a liberal, and I'm not saying that everything Obama did was great and amazing. But I will say that it's like this cycle of perceived power, I guess, and like vindictive behavior that as an adult I'm like, this is dumb. As an adult.
Right.
I can look at this
with
and be like
with
this
common
is, guys,
sense.
you know, this is kind of stupid.
Like,
you know, you can also just do what makes sense and what's good for the majority of the people. And by the people, I mean the people that are not in the 1% and have the millions of dollars. But anyway, so basically what it does, because, you know, so what is does, like, it's putting power in the hands of the corporations, right? The ISP, the internet service providers. It's putting power in their hands to control basically the flow of the internet and what you see on your screen. So one of the things that they can do, like if they have, so say for instance Comcast, which I think is owned by NBC now, if I'm not mistaken. Say for instance they have a show or something that's competing with a show on Netflix, right? Comcast can slow down the streaming speed or the uploading speed of Netflix to all their providers to make it hard to watch that show. That's criminal. It really is criminal. That is criminal. Now, I'm all here for the free market. I'm all here for business. But at some point, it's just like it's just criminal. So they would have the ability, they're saying that they won't do this. And by the way, the chairman of the current chairman of the FCC is a former Verizon lawyer, and Verizon sued the FCC. I want to say in 2008 when they changed them from a Title I to a Title II registered company, and won. So it's just, the more you dig and the more you read, like, it's so much behind what's going on. So basically it's putting more power in the hands of the corporations as if they didn't have any power to begin with, to control what you see, and they can actually now charge you more for the internet.
Which is stupid. I was looking at like example. So I can't remember which country. I feel like it was a South American country where net neutrality does not exist. And I was looking at some of like the example internet packages that are provided, and it's just crazy. So like, think of it this way. Basically, if you're with, like, if Comcast is your provider, you may be able to access certain sites versus others. So you might be able to get on Instagram, but you can't get on Twitter because that's controlled by another internet provider. So it's like all your social media apps, like, you can't.
It's all over the place.
You can't, like, you wouldn't be able to access them, or it would be like such a pain to access certain ones. And then it would just change the way everything is done.
Now, don't get me wrong. It's never been that bad in the U.S. To the point where you can't like access Twitter because you have Verizon or T-Mobile or Comcast or whatever. It never has been that bad, but a lot of it is like underhanded stuff that you might not necessarily notice. Like you might not notice that, okay, when I pull up Google on my laptop, like it's kind of slow. But if I use Bing, which nobody does,
actually, it's gonna come back.
Which no one does, you pull up Bing and you may pull up and it comes up super fast, and it's like, yo, all that is corporations paying the ISPs so that their sites and their companies are easily accessed and quickly accessed by their providers. And for the life of me, I can't figure out what part of that is not, I don't know, it's legal, so I guess it's not technically criminal, but I feel like it
feels criminal though. Like it's not fair, like at all. Because I actually learned about like this all became known to me when I was in San Francisco at Afrotech, and there was actually a discussion about net neutrality and how important it is that we fight to like protect it. And the thing is, so Afrotech, it was all these like brilliant young black minds. All of us are hustling. All of us are trying to start businesses. But the lady was saying how like if net neutrality is repealed, that you as a small business owner are not going to be able to fight against these like large corporations. Like your site, like if you run an e-commerce site and you are so much smaller than like a Target or a Walmart, like
Walmart's the devil.
Guess who's not getting the sales? Like you're not, they are.
Yeah,
like,
so it's like you even if you put your search in, like by the time unless someone has to like directly know your company, if they're just searching for like random things, like by the time your company comes up, it has to filter through all the big corporations or the people that are paying money to Comcast, their commercial division, to put their websites up front.
Yeah.
You know, it's not. It almost feels futile. Like it's a like, what am I doing here?
Like, I'm sorry, I don't have $1 million, multi-million-dollar budget.
That's crazy.
To throw
Why do I not know about Afrotech?
Oh my gosh, you should. It was only the second annual one.
Okay.
This past November. It's absolutely amazing. You discuss everything from like marketing technology. There was like virtual reality, literally fintech, any type of like technology related.
And it was in San Francisco.
Ever.
See, I love San Francisco. Was it like in the city or was it like?
It was in the city. So we were like by the water.
Oh, okay, you downtown.
But like downtown though. No.
I have thoughts about downtown San Francisco.
Okay. I mean, it was a lot.
It's way more city than I thought it was gonna be. Yeah. It's
for
very.
Sure.
It's definitively like what you think a downtown would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like downtown Atlanta, and I'm like, what is this?
Right, you're like,
I hate downtown Atlanta.
I was actually walking. I was walking from my hotel to an open house at Uber, and as I was walking, I was like, I feel like I should not be outside right now.
Yes,
like,
right.
Like I should have just called the car because there was.
Oh my God! I did not know what. So I was in. Was it July? June, July. I was in California, right? And we stayed in Oakland.
Okay.
So we would drive over like whenever we went to do stuff. And like, so we went to like South San Fran and like a lot of the neighborhoods like surrounding and stuff to eat, and like went to the bridge and all, the Golden Gate Bridge and all that stuff. The parks, like, so went to see the Full House and all that. So we were around a lot of stuff. I think one day we didn't plan to go downtown. We just happened to be downtown, and I was like, "This is a downtown. This is exactly this is a downtown. I did not expect this." Yeah, because you drive in from Oakland, and like you drive into like outside, like was it the west side of San Francisco, Like, and there's that big pride flag
Yeah.
in the middle. It's like, I don't know, like everything around is just like the vibe is amazing there. But you go downtown, it's like, yo, this is a
Very
downtown for real.
Very different.
It was weird. But yeah, Afrotech, I might have to do that next year.
Absolutely. Next year it's supposed to be 4 days. This year it was 2. So
Is it always in San Francisco?
yes, so far it has been.
Okay, I might have to do that. It'll give me an excuse to go out there.
But absolutely do it. It's put on by Blavity.
Ah, okay.
So they're the masterminds behind it all. But it is honestly one of the most. It was
I don't know
such a
why.
magical experience.
I didn't think that they were that big, but that's cool.
Blavity's out here popping. Out here popping.
No, it's like I know that they're doing well, but it's like that friend that you know is doing well, but then they come to your party in a Bentley, and you're like,
oh,
okay,
you're doing that well. Got it. Okay.
You're not
All
worrying about
right.
any bills right now
Not
at
much.
all. Okay, so that's good. I'm gonna check that out.
But yes.
But no, that's good. That is it's definitely from the reports I've seen, and one of the John. It's funny because this has been going on for like all year. It's just like now it's like come to the forefront because it's like it actually is happening. But I watched like Last Week Tonight like all the time, and John Oliver, I think he did like 3 segments on it. So it's a thing. I don't know to what extent it will actually affect, us.
Yeah.
And our access to the internet and using the internet and being able to, access sites and stuff and being able to see things that we want, like jobs and companies we actually want to get stuff from.
Yep.
So I don't know. Hopefully it won't. Of course, the corporations are brushing it off. Of course, the FCC is brushing it off. As this is just light regulation. Like we're not gonna not do anything, but I don't know. I'm for the people.
Keep texting your reps.
Yes,
I did it.
Find out who your reps are. Text
Facts.
them. The FCC is actually always looking for feedback on things. To the extent that I think that they actually listen or actually use it, I don't know. Because I know back in May, they were asking for feedback about net neutrality and some things that they were planning on changing or wanted to change. But John Oliver, watching his show and the loopholes you had to, it's not loopholes, but like it's almost like it was like not clickbait. It was just so many clicks to get to it. It was like
you're like I'm.
It was like 5 or 6, maybe 7 different clicks to actually get to the place where you could comment and could say something.
Interesting. It's a strategy.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, look, man, game recognized game. So they created their own site for people to actually go and made it easier for them.
That's dope.
And it was brilliant because it was like what was it? Go FCC yourself.
I like that.
Nice. That's amazing. So I mean, yeah. Read up. I know I'm planning on figuring out because I have Comcast right now. For now, I'm waiting for this Google Fiber to reach my neighborhood. And see just what they're gonna do in like companies like YouTube and stuff. Everybody's gonna be able to charge you to do stuff. Yeah. So
they're already trying.
Yeah.
This will just make it easier.
I mean, I don't know. Hopefully, this will help SoundCloud stay alive. Yo,
SoundCloud needs a lot of work.
I need to meet these people that pay for YouTube and pay for SoundCloud.
Yeah, I don't know anybody.
Really? Was it worth it?
We do now know someone who used to pay for YouTube.
I would pay for live TV though.
Live. Oh, they do have a live TV. That actually looked kind of
Do they?
Yeah, they do have a live TV function now. And I was like, because Netflix is starting to just
I have thoughts.
not.
I'm just go ahead and do it. Okay, so
The reason why